started college as a fresh-faced political science major, I knew I was destined to serve in the student government. Now, my college, like many, had two separate student governments. The first was the Student Senate, a rather stodgy body who were somewhat committed to acting exactly like Congress really acts, which meant they spent all their time arguing over stupid minutiae and never got anything meaningful done. The other one was the Residence Hall Association, and these guys spent all their time planning parties, throwing fundraisers, and giving out free Chipotle to anybody who came by. It just so happened that my dorm's residence hall president was a completely gorgeous woman, half Indian, half Greek, a real bombshell, absolute stunner, total smoke show. And that was not the deciding factor in my decision to join the residence hall administration, but it didn't hurt. Shockingly enough, no one else from my dorm volunteered that year for the residence hall administration, so it was just me and her, and I quickly became promoted to her vice president, and she looped me into all of her plans. So before I knew it, I was spending 3 to 4 nights a week with her, working on whatever crazy idea she had dreamed up, and she was so full of enthusiasm. It was actually really fun to work on these things, where we would be designing flyers to get people to come to our events, or trying to figure out the right proportion of carne asada burritos to carnitas burritos to really bring in the crowds. And we started working together a lot. We had many businesses that were giving donations for us to throw these events, so she would just drive me around everywhere, and then we needed places to store all this stuff. Her parents happened to live right near campus, so she would bring me over there so we could drop everything off. We would take some time, visit with her parents. I got to know them pretty well. They were very, very lovely people. And we continued to work together really closely for a few months, until this one night, she gave me a call real late at night, and she said she was dealing with this serious problem. She needed to get it solved right away if I could just come to her dorm room. So I dropped everything and ran over there, of course, eager to be as helpful as possible. We were trying to figure out this problem. We were designing a t-shirt that was supposed to have Tony Danza's face on it in such a way that you could tell it was Tony Danza's face, but Tony Danza's lawyers could not tell it was Tony Danza's face. So I'm sitting at this low table in her room, and she's to my right, and we're, turning his face every which way. And out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something, and I kind of turned, and her gym shorts had ridden up slightly and to the side slightly, and I was seeing something I was perhaps not meant to see. So I quickly averted my eyes, and being a very awkward freshman, I didn't have the social grace or tact to tell her that she was on display, and instead I made a quick excuse and just got myself out of there. She asked me, is something wrong, but I just said, don't worry about it, I'll see you later. So a few weeks after that, she got a boyfriend, and then before long, she moved into a new apartment with that boyfriend. And being moved out of the dorms, she could no longer be the residence hall president. She passed all her duties on to me. And after that, we pretty much didn't see much of each other. The main thing that had connected us was gone. And that's sad, but it's college. People come and go, and you get over it. So I didn't really think much about that or about her for a long time thereafter. Basically, when I was trying to think of a story for tonight, thinking back in my life, a time when someone was willing, and I said, wait a minute. It hit me like a ton of bricks. All these excuses to see me 3 to 4 nights a week, driving me everywhere, taking me to meet her parents. She was trying to seduce me. But that's okay, because it would not have made a difference had I realized it at the time. Because you see, I had a girlfriend, and I loved that girlfriend, and I would not have been about to do anything that could have betrayed that relationship with my girlfriend. At the same time, at that time, I was feeling a little frustrated because that physical side of my relationship with my girlfriend wasn't developing quite as quickly as I would have liked. And after almost 2 years of being together, my mom is in the audience and she laughs because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. After 2 years together, I was really feeling ready to move past the hand-holding phase. I was perfectly happy to respect her decision to take her time and not move forward until her emotions were prepared. But my emotions were suffering a little bit because I was having a lot of struggles with my self-doubts, my insecurities. I was wrestling with feelings of unattractiveness and undesirability that no middle-class white American male should ever know. Which is all to say that, had I not been so oblivious, had I realized what was going on between me and the residence hall president, that would not have changed the outcome. The facts of the case would have remained exactly the same. But it would have been nice to know that someone was willing.